It's Jose and I'm here to slay. Come to you, not here to play. So get your likes in. Gotta get those comments in.
Hey you guys, I'm back for another video, and in today's video, I am doing a fake mukbang, and I cooked because, okay, so y'all know I moved or whatever the case may be, and as much as I enjoy going out to eat, that's going to get costly, okay? And we got bills to pay, we got things to do. What I created today was, I got an everything bagel with cream cheese, and I got egg in there with spinach, and I used some sriracha and some chili pepper, some adobo. That's pretty much it. Today I'm going to be talking about my ex. Now, I didn't know if I was gonna do this, hold on. And it's cheese on here too. Sharp cheddar. When I tell you that thing hit, girl. Met this guy years ago, maybe like 2010, and we were talking on Tagged. Tagged is just a dating app. We talked, but he had a baby mom that he was with, wasn't with the shits. I was good love. We just kept cool, we kept talking, blah, blah, blah. He got to like know who I am, what I am, so on and so forth, and he was, you know, became okay with it. I decided to move to Atlanta back in 2013. So then when I wound up moving back, he was like, he wrote me like, I'm mad that you left me, and I'm like, I'm back, whatever, blah, blah. So we started to talk a little bit here and there, but he was still with his baby mother. And I'm not doing that. Like, at this time, I'm not gonna say I loved myself, but I had enough love for myself to not, you know, mess over some other woman's situation. I ended up cutting him off. Again, 2015 came, and he wrote me and was like, so you just gonna be a stranger, blah, blah, blah. Before this, though, 2014, December, his grandfather died. You know, and I think I saw it somewhere, some way, somehow, and I reached out to him and was like, I'm so sorry about your grandfather. If you need to talk, then I'm here. You know how it is when somebody dies in your family, like, you don't really want to deal with people, you don't want to talk to nobody. Understandable. So, you know, like, he was a little distant, and I was too, and I didn't really care. Like, I was just like, you know, I told him if he needed to hit me up, he can. I want to say June, the end of June, early July of 2015, he wrote me and was like, I missed you and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you have a whole girlfriend. And he's like, if you stop cutting me off, you would know for a fact that me and her been broke up. I think they broke up like January 2015. So a couple months went past. They give you some time to get over somebody, especially somebody that you was with since she was like 16. Okay. So he was like, I want to take you out. I want to go to the movies with you, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, I just got my braces, y'all. She's a brand new brace face, but we went out on the 17th. Me and him were always tight. Like when his grandfather died and we started talking again, like we were always talking. So we got super, super close or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And we can sit on the phone and just do nothing. We can sit on the phone all day and just enjoy each other's company. We can talk about anything. We're starting from politics all the way down to what color polish I should put on my toes, to the new episode of Steven Universe, blah, blah, blah. Like we talked about every and anything. We went out to the movies. I forgot what we went to go see. Let's just be honest, be real, and be true. I don't even remember, or when we left the movies, we sat in the car for a little bit and then we kissed. Now this was our first kiss, and it just was like, I loved it. Low-key, I loved it. Like, let's just be real. And I was just like, I think we should take this slow. He was like, slow? You just kissed me. We in a relationship. And I was like, I laughed at it, but I was like, you know what? Why not? Because he's kind of like my best friend. Like, we're close, we're tight. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about any and everything. We can be on the phone all day. Like, that's the kind of stuff I like. Y'all can open it. I'm gonna do this. Now, he's never been in a relationship with somebody like me. Period. Now, this is pre-everything. No hormones, no nothing. I didn't even know I was transgender at this point. I was the first gay guy at this time that he has ever dated. Now, I know when it's the first and it's always like this is some complications that come in. This is so good, y'all. Y'all didn't make y'all bagel hit me up. This is bomb. And nobody here to witness it. Nobody. I told him prior to getting in a relationship that I don't want to be nobody's secret. So he was just like, oh, he's gonna do that. He's gonna work into doing that, blah, 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 blah. Basically giving me like these false hopes or whatever. So we in a relationship. I'm not gonna say it was bad. It was going great. I had one of my bosses when I was working at Amazon. He had a cookout, him and his wife. So they invited me to come because I'm always in the middle of some situation, some lituation. People love me because I'm amazing. I ended up going, and they told me that I could bring him. So I I told him about it, and he said he's down, and we went. He met my co-workers, and I think that day he met Davion. He met Davion, he met like my family. I don't know what was happening at the house, but he came to the house, you know, whatever, blah, blah, and then we went to the situation. They loved him because he's cool, he was easy to talk to, blah, blah, blah. He's all about having a good time. We over there getting crunk, dancing, and even like one of the, like my manager's wife was kind of like dancing with him, and I kind of like moved her out the way. I didn't mean to, because they were just having fun, but like, I don't know. Girl, she territorial. Come get you some. He got real drunk, and he wound up peeing down the street, walking. I was thinking about that the other day, started cracking up, because like he literally was walking. He was like, I'm a Philly nigga, blah, 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 because he's from Philly or whatever. But he lived outside of Philly. So he lived like an hour away from my house, almost. But I never like to date guys that live close to me, because if we do break up or we're not around each other, I don't want to see you. Or run into you at the local Walmart. Hold on, I need a bite. Months go by, and it's like, okay, you met like my family, you met my co-workers, you met some of my friends. When am I gonna be able to meet some of your people? Okay, because I told you before this even started that we ain't doing the secret thing. I ended up complaining about it. I wrote an email, long behind email, just sent it to my friend, basically saying like, I'm not happy. I'm not happy being a secret. You need to start letting people know who I am, blah, 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 so on and so forth. So he told me that his baby mother knew who I was. He told me that his cousin knew who I was. And he told me that his sister knew who I was. Okay, so that's 3 people. So I asked of him, let me meet these people that you told about me. Why not? If you already told them about me, there's no surprise when I come around. There's no nothing. I'm sure you showed them pictures. If you did such things, boom, let me just, you know, pop up on them. Prolong. And I'm getting more and more unhappy, and I'm just like, I'm not doing this. Like, I love you, and you know, I look at you like one of my best friends, and I can't. So the call started to drop a little bit. Like, he wasn't calling as much, wasn't FaceTiming me as much. He just wasn't like he was. And y'all already know how it is when the stuff starts to change. You like, oh, we don't play with this change stuff, sis. I ended up going off on him, like, letting him have it, let him know like how I felt, whatever the case may be. He one day called me like maybe a couple days later and was like, come over, I want you to meet my cousin. What? I head over there, and I met his cousin. And she was cool as hell. Like, we talked, we laughed, whatever, blah, blah. But before we went to the store, she was like, when'd you meet him? And I'm like, I met him like years ago, whatever, blah, blah. She was like, you drive all the way out here for your friend? She asked me where I lived at. I'm like, I live, you know, such and such. And she's like, you drive all the way out here for him? And that's just your friend? I'm like, that's not my friend. That's my boyfriend. So he told her about me, but he didn't tell her about me, if that makes any sense. So I told her about me. No, like, don't be half-assing the story. That happened, we chill, and then I threw it on him because I'm like in a really good mood. He done told me, let me meet his cousin, so we moving further. Me, her, and him sat and watched Steven Universe all night or whatever, and cracked up, laughed. We just enjoyed each other. I spent the night, woke up, and his son was in there. His son was in the room, because he had a kid. And I woke up, I looked, and I'm like, his son was there. They're like, Daddy, blah, blah, blah. And I looked, and I'm like, his son is in here. He was like, all right. He was like, come here. And he told him to come here, and they talked about something. Son's like little. He was young. He's younger than my son, so. I was a little nervous because like, that's like a big step. I'd rather meet his mom first before I meet his son. I'm like his baby's mother first before I met his son, weirdly, just because like out of respect, so she knows that her child is around somebody good. That's my mentality, not really so much it was his, but whatever, so have you. I met nobody else. I started to bring it up like, all right, let me meet your sister. Like, it's not like I was trying to rush it, but it's just the fact of I shouldn't even have to be telling you to let me meet these people if we're in a relationship. You already met. I feel like I'm giving 100% and you're only giving me 20. We started going through the issues and emotions again, and I ended up being like, you know, over the situation. I'm just like, you know what, like, I'm not happy at all. Once again, like, you're not hitting me up as much. He was being rude. When I tell y'all he was so freaking rude, he was so rude. Like, the stuff that he was saying, I'm just like, yo, why am I sticking to this? But I didn't love myself enough to tell myself, like, get out. I loved myself before I got in it, but then I slowly but surely, it started to wither away. And after that or whatever, I got into that car accident, and then I fought that dude, and I tried to call him, and he wouldn't answer his phone, so I texted him, like, I just got in a car accident. He texted me back, like, are you okay? I'm your whole bitch out here, and you're texting me, asking me if I'm okay. The first thing you should do is pick up that phone and call me. Oh, I'm sorry, I was busy talking to my sister. Like, you're talking to your sister, and that's more important than you making sure that I'm good. Like, that right there kind of broke the camel's back, so I was pretty much done with him. But I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wanted him to come to his senses, because I loved him. Like, we were in love at this point, and I wanted him to get his life together. It's weird how you see, like, we do, for love, like, we sacrifice so many of our own feelings and our emotions for somebody that we love because we want them to love us the right way, if that makes sense. He wouldn't answer his phone. The next thing you know, he texted me and was like, I don't think that we should be in a relationship no more. I just can't build up the courage to tell my family about you. I just can't do it. I'm sorry that I'm not strong like you are, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Blah, 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 blah. Get this last bite. And girl, I'm like, what? So not only did he not want to tell nobody about me, and he was ignoring me and being an asshole, but he broke up with me. This is the first time a guy broke up with me, y'all. I'm literally the breaker-upper. I don't let this break up with me because I know I'm not in it, but I've loved this man. And before him, it was 3 years before I was in another relationship. That right there should tell you something. I don't play that. Like, all they giving that my heart to somebody, it's not easy. Now, I'll throw it back on somebody and, you know, indulge in some intercourse, but as far as relationship goes, I don't play that. So he knew this before any of this. And he was so persistent, he wanted this relationship so bad, and he knew what I was asking for before we even got in a relationship. So literally, he wasted my time. But anyway, I said I was gonna get him a Christmas gift. I never told him what it was. I was gonna surprise him, but I'm the kind of person where I think about a gift before I get it. Like, it has to be from the heart. Steven Universe was his favorite, so I bought him a hoodie with Steven Universe characters on it, like the merge characters once they like merge together, whatever the case may be. And it was a red hoodie because that's his favorite color. And I wrote him like a 2-page or maybe 3-page letter. He wasn't talking to me, so I got in touch with his cousin. Now, this is the only person that I talked to that he knows that I know. And I was like, hey, I have a gift for, you know, so-and-so, and I want to bring it to him. What day do you want to come? I said, but I don't want it. I want you to put it in his room for him, and I'll just bring it to you, whatever, blah, blah. My husband was not together. So I wound up getting there right before Christmas, and I knew he was at work because he worked overnight, and I knew his schedule, so I'm just like, I'm just going to take it over there while he's not home. So I went over there, she came, and when I got to the door, there was a bunch of people in the house, and she was just like, you want to come in? My family's in here, you can meet them. I'm like, this is all I wanted. So I went in the house like a crazy bitch. Mind you, we're not together anymore. Like, we're done. So I went in his house. I met his aunt, his 2 cousins, his sister, and then of course his cousin was there. So mind you, he lived with his grandmother at the time, and she was out with his mom getting a Christmas tree. Last minute. Mind you, I'm in there for like 2 hours, y'all. 2 hours with these people. We was cracking up. We watching old B5 videos and looking up old extra stuff, cracking up. We had a really, really good time. We just was talking and chatting or whatever. Because one thing about me is I am me. So a person, if you don't like me, it's because you either don't know me or like you just hating. There's no other reason, because I'm a nice ass person. I'm nice. I don't bully people. I don't mess with people for no reason. Like, that's just not who I am. And I'm cool, and I can connect with anybody. I've been through so much stuff, and I did so much stuff. I'm very diverse. It don't matter who you put me in a room with, I can be cool with anybody. That's just how I see it. If you don't like me, it's just because you hating from the silent, or you don't like my opinions, or you don't like the way I am. So that's the only way that you don't like me. She wanted to let me take the stuff upstairs. I took it. I put it on his dresser, on his bed, one or the other. I was ready to go because he was waiting for them to get back. I low-key was trying to wait for his grandma to get back because that's really who he was scared to tell. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that to him, because if this is not something he wants, I'm not forcing it on him. And it's not right for me to force it on him. Yes, I did force myself into this house with this people, but they don't know who I am at all. So they just think that I'm just one of his friends. I could be anybody, literally. Or I could just be his cousin's friend. They don't know anything about me. So while I was leaving, his cousin walked me out. I was like, well, I have a question for you. I'm like, does he have a girlfriend? I asked so quick because I needed to know. And he was just like, she was like, if I tell you this, do you promise not to say nothing to him that I said something, or you promise not to, basically like be upset? And I'm like, sure. And she was like, yeah, he does. He's been talking to this girl. I'm like, who? He was like, and she said her name. I'm like, so I be seeing this girl liking his stuff and commenting on his stuff, but I thought that was like one of his little ugly cousins. I just wasn't paying no mind because I just really didn't care. No, this is some girl that he's been talking to, because what he does is, instead of dealing with his problems, he rather take the problems, push them to the side, and find something else that's gonna make him feel good. That's what he does. So it's like an addictive behavior, kind of. I was like, oh, it's okay, like, we're not together, blah, 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 so on and so forth. I got in a car, I cried that whole hour home. I cried when I got in my room, I just cried, all this, blah, blah, blah. I woke up in the morning with mad calls, mad text messages from him, because of course, when he gets home from work, he sees this gift, he knows that I was at his house, he knows that I was around his family, and he's not saying anything rude. He's just like, you were here, blah, 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 like, why didn't you wait for me, and blah, 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 so on and so forth. Like, all of this stuff, like, I want to be with you, I love you, blah, 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 so on and so forth, but you literally have a girlfriend now. You're fucking with some girl, and I already know that you mess with her. You're not telling them I can stick around and try to wait for something to happen. You being ignorant, I can stick around and try to wait for something to happen. You ignoring me, I can stick around and try to wait for something to happen. But for you to go and get another girlfriend and start and mess with this girl and be with this girl and keep this girl around, bring her around your family, and you couldn't bring me around your family, that was my last straw. So I was like, I'm good, love. Like, you just have to enjoy it. And I stopped talking to him. I didn't talk to this man for like a good 4 or 5 months. So I think it was like May the next year. This is 2016. He wound up emailing me. I was bringing that Amazon at this time, and mind you, I'm crying to my friend, like my friend Nani. Y'all have seen her on my channel before. She hasn't been like on, but she's been on like my FaceTime and crap. I'm crying to her, whining to her, because me and her was working close neck and neck together. She's just telling me like, you're better than this. This is when Dan came around, y'all. What was going on? I was still going through heartbreak with him because I didn't even break up with him, so I wasn't done yet. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a little longer to get over him than I was supposed to. He wound up emailing me this long email. Like, you know, I love you and I'm only in this situation because of this. Karma's gonna get me back and blah, 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 blah. Just going on and on about how wrong he is about what he's done and how he should treat me better, blah, 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 so on and so forth. It all makes sense to me. I'm listening to it and he was like, we need to link up. So I'm like, okay, because the thing about it, only reason I said okay is not because I was feeling like I was so easy just to be back with him. It was because I never got any closure. We really haven't talked. I wasn't going over and meeting up with him. We sat at the park or whatever. The park that we like first met at. He pulled up in his girlfriend's car, and he was just like, I love you. Like, I love you so much. Like, I've never been so happy in my life. Like, just talking about how happy he was and being around me makes him feel good and how we click and we bond. All the stuff that I explained to y'all, this is what he's saying to me. Like, I don't know. But I'm vulnerable at this time. So me and him like kissing, you know, making out or whatever the case may be. And he's just like rubbing my body and was like, I miss your feeling. I like miss everything about you. Like, just going on in this tangent, and I'm upset. And I'm just like, you know what? You know what? I was like, no, we can't do this because you have a girlfriend and you sacrificed my feelings, my emotions, my mental, my confidence, my heart. She has to be worth it. So what you're not gonna do is not gonna use me to escape what you have going on over there. I know you got in this relationship because because you was trying to run from our relationship, because he's known this girl for years but never tried her. But all of a sudden now y'all compatible. Girl, bye. He only did it because he was running from our relationship. This man was still in love with me. So you're not gonna do her dirty. I'm not gonna help you do her dirty. That's wrong. So guess what? There is no more of this. This is the last bit of whatever we have going on. We kept in touch a little bit, like here and there, off and on. His cousin kept posting them two and when they go out together and how she's so dope and blah, 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 blah. So I unfollowed his cousin. I didn't block her or delete her. I just unfollowed her so I don't see her post no more. And I've been deleted him off of all my social media because I was still in love with him and I could not bear to see him with nobody else at this point, and I wasn't having it. That was it. That was the last time I talked to him, and I'm like, damn, he's the only ex out of my exes that has not come back within a couple months. Like, they usually always come back. So I didn't pay any mind. I'm just like, maybe he took my advice on really treating this girl the way she's supposed to be treated 4 or 5 days ago. Yeah, maybe like the 10th. I'm like, oh, let me just see what he's doing, because I usually, like, I'm cordial with all my exes. We're all cool or whatever the case may be. Nothing serious. We're not like friends, best friends, or nothing like that. We're just cool. I can talk to them. I got most of them on my social media. It's really not a big deal. Him, I just didn't. Since I don't have him on my Facebook, I can't go look at none of his posts. I ended up going to his cousin's page. Now I'm going through his cousin's pictures. I'm just going to go look through it and see if I see anything that has him in it, to see like how he's looking now and what's going on. Has he lost any weight, gained any weight? Like, has he, you know, had another kid? Who knows? Like, I'm just checking because I don't see any of this other stuff. So as I'm scrolling through, boom, 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 I'm not seeing anything. And then I get to a picture of him, I believe, on his cousin's page. And somebody was like, I miss him, man. But I'm like, you know, thinking like they just haven't seen him like since high school. He was one of their cool friends. But then I start scrolling again and I see this picture of balloons on his birthday. And like on a balloon it says, you know, love you cuz, and I'll be with you sooner than later. And then in the thing it says, happy birthday cuz, and it tagged him. And it said like this whole paragraph. And I'm like, what the hell? So I immediately, like, mind you, it's at a cemetery and everything. I'm like, what the hell? I found he died on April 22nd, 2017. You guys, my emotions are everywhere. Like, I'm still trying to process everything. I'm still trying to get everything together. Like, I am hurt by this because it's just like, I love this man. And it's somebody I gave my body and my soul to, you know what I'm saying? And he's dead. And I always expect for my exes to pop back up 2 years later. And I'm just finding out. I'm hurt by it. Like, I am. I'm hurt by it. I'm confused. I'm pissed at him for the stupid shit that he's done. Like, I don't know even how to feel. So lately I've had been like this, like, self-destructive kind of behavior. Like, I've been eating a bunch of snacks, talking to random dudes, like just doing stupid crap that I'm not used to doing because I'm like kind of stressing about it. And I text my mom, like, Mom, I'm so sad about this. Like, she was just like, yeah, y'all, cause y'all were together for a little minute and, you know, y'all were like real tight, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, you know, but it was nothing that you could really do. I tried to blame myself. I tried to blame his girlfriend. I was blaming anybody I could because I don't know how to feel. I asked my son, do he remember him? He said no, which is good because I don't have to tell my son that somebody else died. Like, I'm just really not in the mood for that. Everybody got to mourn April 22nd, 2017. I'm just now mourning now. Like, he did hurt me, but I loved him too. Like, before all of that, we were friends. Would I be with him today? No, I would not. Like, if he was alive, I wouldn't be with him today. Because my thing is, you would definitely have to grow up. You just can't be worried about how people are gonna feel about you being with somebody like me. So I wouldn't be with him, but I would like to know know that he was safe. You know what I'm saying? You know what's so crazy? I always would think to myself, what would his baby mom and his girlfriend feel like if I ever came to his funeral? This was before that I even knew he passed away. I just would think that. I don't know. I think that maybe that was like the universe self-consciously telling me like, hey sis, something's wrong. Because why would that be a thing that comes to my mind? All in all, it's just because he was not happy. It took me a long minute to get over him. Shout out to Dan, shout out to my girl Nani, because really between them two, it helped me out a lot. Being ZL and being unhappy. I'm gonna make another video about that because I feel like that's a topic in itself. You guys, thanks for coming to listen. This is what's been going on. This is really why like my videos have slowed. Besides my birthday and me moving, all that stuff has been playing a part. And plus I'm trying to get this money so I can get my son's bedroom set together and finish the rest of my house. My kitchen, my bathroom is done. My bedroom, I need my desk and a vanity, and I want to get chairs for my patio. Why do I not vent to y'all? Y'all are my diary, literally. You guys, encouraging words in the comments will be perfect. All the videos at the time, you guys click on those past videos here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new to my channel. Hit the subscribe button, you're not disappointed. Oh, turn the notification bell on is down here. Turn it on to get everything I post. My posts are on. I just want to say that I love you guys. Be through to you. Bye, y'all.